hola, turubim, aloha, hello, konnichiwa, como estas, what it do? Welcome to the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe. I've been trying to add that to the beginning of the videos. I keep forgetting. I'm going to add that to my intro because, hey, in order for us to keep growing this channel, we need some people to get on board. So hopefully you are liking, sharing, and subscribing. Also comment. I like to debate. I'm not above it. I will respond. So please do that and help support this channel. Help grow this channel with me. I appreciate you. Yeah, and today we're going to talk a little bit about my cousin, all right? And he's not my real cousin, but I'm African American. I'm black. So everybody is our cousin. We got aunts, we got uncles, we got cousins. We're all related somehow, some way, right? That's just what we do. And if you're a spiritual person and you're involved in your congregation, then you got brothers and sisters too that ain't your real brothers and sisters. So it goes deep with people with the melanin in their skin. We got all types of people we're related to that we ain't really related to. That's just how it goes. But PK Subban, you can't tell me we're not related, even though we're not. But you can't tell me that. You know why? Because this man spits the hot fire that needs to be spit. And he makes people humble. And that's what I love about PK Subban. Do I like hockey more than I like basketball? Absolutely not. But what I do admire about hockey is the things that he says about hockey that I wish we had still in the NBA. The toughness, the dedication to the sport, the love of the sport. Where is that in basketball? It's not there, And at the end of the day, there are people that will tell you and gaslight you and say, oh, you shouldn't care about that stuff no more. No, it matters because you've seen it when that stuff was around. And you saw what the product was when that was around and the heart and the soul that people played with. Okay? And you don't see that anymore. And it ruins the game. And to be honest with you, playing around all regular season and not playing hard and then trying to put it together in the playoffs is why a lot of these teams be looking like trash sometimes. You got to play one way all the time. That's what Kobe did. That's what Mike did. That's what Tim Duncan did. Tim Duncan took off too much in my opinion. But, Magic, Kareem, Bird, all these great players. I didn't watch Bill Russell. I'm not like 90, but I'm sure he played the same way every day. You don't become an 11-time champion by, taking days off. So that's what's needed. PK Subban, they're asking him about Ovechkin, who, shout out to him, just broke the record for most goals ever. He just passed Wayne Gretzky. And, that's an impressive feat. It's similar to like what LeBron did with passing Kareem. So it's similar. But, that doesn't make you the best player, in my opinion. I still remember Wayne Gretzky. And the thing that they don't tell you, or that some will, but Wayne Gretzky made like 92 goals in one season, which is insane. So it wasn't that he was just some seasons having lower seasons, or just, it's not that he was as super consistent probably as Ovechkin based on the numbers that I saw. It's just that when he exploded, pause no diddy, he exploded. 92 goals in a season is crazy. I don't know if that's the record in hockey, but that's still crazy. Because I think Ovechkin only had like 60-something this year. So Wayne Gretzky had like 92 in one of his seasons. Like, that's crazy. So when we talk about best scorers in any sport, in my opinion, you got to look at the guys that have the most in one season. Those are the guys that have the most potential to explode, pause no diddy, and really go crazy. Those are the best scorers. Being the most consistent doesn't make you the best scorer. But that's neither here nor there. They're going to talk a little bit about that in this video. But the main reason that I'm not showing you a video, this clip, but the main reason we're getting to this clip is because it's just disturbing to me how much people try to dismiss Kobe Bryant from the best players of all time debates. It's really disgusting. And I know it's a conspiracy. I don't care what anybody says. Again, if you disagree with me, debate me in the comments. I will talk to you all day long, and it will definitely help my algorithm. So please, let's talk, let's discuss. There's a conspiracy to destroy Kobe Bryant. And you know it because every time people start talking about him on the national space, people get cringy and they just want to dismiss him. They don't even want to have the conversation. Because if you had the conversation, you would realize the only person that's really ever been better or as good as Kobe Bryant is Michael Jordan and Kareem. That's it. Kareem definitely had the better career. You cannot take that. Kareem probably had the best career of all time, honestly. But, which is why if you have him or Mike to go, I'm not mad at you. But as far as playing the game of basketball and abilities, there's only one person that you can compare Kobe Bryant to, and that's Michael Jordan. But they don't want to tell you that. So every time they mention Kobe, they have to do it with some nonsense, some garbage. But PK doesn't, he didn't eat the apple from that tree. He's eating different fruits. And that sounds a little sus, so let me just say pause no diddy on that just in case. But, he has Kobe in a high place, like they should have Kobe in a high place. But for some reason, the memo went out to destroy Kobe. Let's listen to what PK had to say, and it drove Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith nuts. They're about to lose their marbles after he said this, but let's check it out and let's listen to it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, LeBron's great, but he ain't Kobe, he ain't Jordan for me. So what I'm saying is, it's not about size. You want to talk about 6'9"? I'm talking about the
Jordan's fine. You can't say Kobe. You can't say Kobe.
Well, yeah, I did. I put Kobe ahead of him. Kobe
You went too far,
ahead of him.
PK.
I've heard you say this. You base everything on mentality. Oh, they were at the end of the day. A black mamba gets his credit because it's the only snake that will attack you without provocation. But it's not as dangerous as a top hand. It's not as dangerous as a common brown. So what are we talking about here? John Wick killed a lot of people, but so did James Bond. So what are we doing if the job gets done?
Okay, well, hold on. Hold on. If we're measuring greatness, let's talk about that. Hold on, Shannon, let's talk about that. Because, Shannon, you've won, right? You've won. Let's measure greatness for a second. If we're measuring greatness, it's not just about the numbers. It's not just about the numbers and the impact on the court for me. For me, it's situational. It's also about the moments, rising to the moment and showing that you are capable of influencing fear into the other team. When I look at great players, that's what they all have the quality to do. I'm sorry. There's nobody in basketball other than Kobe and LeBron that has ever instilled fear in their opponents like those two guys.
Kobe and Jordan.
Kobe and Jordan, excuse me. That's why I have those two ahead of everyone. I'm just saying that's my opinion.
Eastern Conference, when LeBron was in the Eastern Conference, did they fear him? Ask the teams for that 8-year span in which LeBron James went to every NBA Finals in the East, did they fear him? Because if they didn't...
That's why he's the second greatest of all time.
You can't say Kobe. You can't say Kobe. Oh, please, man. Listen to Stephen A. Smith lose his mind in the background. You can't say Kobe, Shannon Sharp. The only reason you're saying mom because the top hat is a bit... Bro, where did you even come up with that? Does anybody else find it crazy? Like, have you been thinking about that? Like, did you sit down, Shannon, and write out, mention top hat when people say Black Mamba to discredit Kobe Bryant? Again, listen to these people talk about a man that's dead. Because if Kobe Bryant was alive, we're not doing this, man. We're not doing this. And that's the thing that kills me the most. Neither of you is on a level where you would be able to say anything to Kobe Bryant. Was he alive and was he in front of you? You wouldn't be able to say anything. You would not be acting this way. You would have to kiss the rings and bow down. But because he's dead, y'all got a lot to say, and I just find that so funny. Like PK Subban, my cousin, said, LeBron ain't Kobe or Mike for me. He ain't some other people for me personally. And that's fine. Because I guess Kobe's not that for some of you. But the proof is in the pudding. To say that you can't say it, why can't I say that? Why can't I say that? Kobe Bryant has the most wins against 50-win teams. He's one of the most dominant players that we've seen. He's 6 times he's run through the gauntlet of playing like all 50-win teams, I believe. 6 times. He has 5 rings. So only one time, and I think it was the time when they lost to the Celtics, who was a super team in the finals, was that the time that he actually didn't go through the gauntlet and actually finalize and finish it. So 5 of 6 times, he went through a bunch of 50-win teams and beat all of them. You know how many times LeBron James has gone through a trifecta of 50-win teams? 0. Never. You didn't want to play Kobe, all right? You didn't want to play against Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was beating teams that had Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony on him. He was beating teams with Karl Malone and John Stockton. He was beating teams with Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, and Elijah Wan. All right? He was beating teams with Vlade Divac, Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, and Doug Christie and all those guys. Right? He was beating these teams. But you guys are going to sit up here and say, oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. The man scored 81 points in a game. 5-2 in the finals. Beat a super team in his last ring. David Stern had to block a trade to keep Kobe on the in the basement. And you guys are going to sit up here, these clowns are going to sit up here and tell me, oh, well, and I'm sorry to say the word clown because I don't think Stephen A. Smith is a clown, but I don't think Shannon Sharp is a clown. So, Mr. Sharp, Unc, apologize. I actually do like you for the most part. But when you get on LeBron James, it makes me want to throw up, I'm going to be honest with you, because of stuff like this. But at the end of the day, you can't mention Kobe. Why can't you mention Kobe? Only player ever in 3 straight playoff runs to have over 600 points. Ever. That's including Michael Jordan, who's also three-peated twice. And he never did it. So there's a lot of things that Kobe Bryant has done that a lot of other people haven't done, but they don't want to focus on those stats. They don't want to focus on the winning. They don't want to focus on the dominance. They want to focus on the dumb stuff. LeBron James has never been as dominant of a winner as Kobe Bryant has. He's never installed that fear. And then he tried to mention at the end, well, talk to those teams that, he went to 10 or 8 straight finals. The East was trash, man. He was playing against Gilbert Arenas, who, Gil was nice, but at the end of the day, was Gil a winner? Do you listen to Gil and think he's a serious person that's going to do whatever it takes to beat you? He's going to do whatever it takes to score 30 or 40 or 50. But to win, that's what Gilbert Arenas gives you from listening to him? The takes he has? Respectfully, Gil, that's not you, bruh. You weren't out here trying to win every game. You were definitely out here trying to be great every game individually, but not win. Winners have a different mentality. So he's facing him. Who else did DeMar DeRozan? DeMar DeRozan has been consistently nice. Don't get it twisted. I'll give him that. But as far as like winning anything, not happening, never happened. And that's just the truth of it. I like DeMar though. DeMar's better than me. Much better than most players that have played in the league. But he's not a superstar. He ain't Melo. He ain't AI. He ain't Tim Duncan. He ain't Dirk. He ain't Steve Nash. These are the people Kobe Bryant was taking out with reckless abandonment. He didn't give a dang. They were just getting taken out. Who was LeBron taking out? And then when they finally did get some actual potential superstar, well, definitely Derrick Rose was a superstar, but he jumped him with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and Battier and Mike Miller and all those guys. He jumped him. He didn't play him one up. He didn't play him straight up. Same thing with Paul George. At one point, Paul George was super nice. And what did LeBron James do? Jumped him. So at the end of the day, this 10 straight final stuff is overrated. And I just wanted to point this out because it's just crazy how mad people get when you mention Kobe Bryant. It's sick. It's disgusting. But it's not even just the madness. They won't even have the conversation because they know that they can't back it up. Kobe is like a secret in your grandmother's basement that nobody wants to get out. When you start bringing Kobe to the front of the church, to the front of the congregation, right? Then you realize like, yo, we had it all wrong about the Mamba. We were all wrong. And that's what they don't want you to get. But too late, too bad. We have this thing called YouTube and social media. And now the real ones of us can tell the truth about who Kobe Bryant was. So at the end of the day, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, you just got to deal with it. Sorry, not sorry. The Mamba may be dead, the body, but the legacy lives on. And we know who the real great player is between him and LeBron James. Sorry, not sorry. So if you like this video, and even if you didn't, thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to grow the community. We've got a lot of cool topics that we're talking about here. If you love LeBron James and you don't like this video, I don't talk about LeBron every day, even though there are some things in the media right now where he comes up a lot. But I got a lot of other videos on here too that you might like. So check those out. You don't got to listen to the LeBron James ones if you don't like it. And if you do hate what I'm saying and you still want to listen to LeBron James videos, comment. Let's have a debate. Let's talk it out. I don't hate you. We can talk. The ones of you that are like religious about it and, you know, want to call people names, then maybe you stay to yourself. But those of you that really want to have a conversation, I'm all ears. So please like, share, and subscribe. The rest of you that really like everything, just keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you. I'm humble. Much love.
Until that somehow you never get over leaving me. And when you feel like coming